Selling seven figures on Amazon doesn't come from luck. It comes from following a set of rules that most sellers ignore. I built my Amazon business past the $1 million mark just by sticking to a handful of principles that keep me profitable and scaling every single month. And in this video, I'm going to break down the 5 rules that every seven-figure Amazon seller uses to win so you can start applying them today. The first rule is going to be to always make sure that you're protecting your margins and getting the best margin that you can make and doing the amount of research that you can to be able to achieve that. So, for example, we have this product right here. It's just a Gap hoodie, size extra small. And I did find that on gap.com right here. And we've got $29.99 price, and then it's 20% off with that code right there. So, if I was to put in $29.99 minus 20% into SellerAmp, it isn't profitable. And most people would just skip past this or move on to the next product here because they don't do the extra research that they need to. So, right off the bat, I'm going to look down at the bottom here for an email sign up code. And it does say right here sign up for emails and texts and get 20% off. So, that means that we can take off another 20%, which makes it very close. Still not good enough, but we have our website here, Cardbear, and Gap is 20% off of gift cards at multiple websites here. So, what that means is that we can assume another 20% off. And we just turned a product that was negative off of the regular sale price into a 53% ROI, $8 per unit profit there. So, that is going to be something that you guys need to get into the habit of if you're going to be searching for products, because products aren't just good right when you find them. If they are, most likely going to lead to price tanking or not be a product that you want to sell. You wouldn't be expecting to make that kind of money and stay stable at that price. And there's countless numbers of products that when I was learning how to sell on Amazon, for example, like a big site wide Nike sale, that the code was just plastered there, like on Gap here, but all it took was just putting in this one code to make the product profitable, or it was already discounted and this 29.99 was profitable and you didn't need a code. How many of those listings ended up tanking so quickly and so far down? It was probably about 95% of them. So very quickly I realized that I needed to stop doing those kind of products and only purchase products that I myself had to make good. The second rule is going to be always trust the data, never your gut. Don't just think that, oh, yeah, this is going to sell. Maybe it was good last year at this price. It's not guaranteed to happen. And for the example here, we can see how good this product is selling. And yes, this is a Nike product that no new people can sell, but this isn't a video about giving you guys products. It's just about showing the differences between the data here. So we can see how quickly offers are coming in and out at such large amounts, even, and how stable price is staying, even with it fluctuating from 65 to 60 offers for the last month, almost 3 weeks or so. And price hasn't really changed at all from what's normal. This is a product that you would want to invest in if you're looking for volume, like most people are, to get sales in and out very quickly here. And we can even see that the third party FBA ones are such a higher price than the buy box at Merchantfield, $8 more. So that would also reinforce the fact that if you're sending this in FBA, don't assume that you're going to have to sell at $23. You can easily get sales at $27, $28 here, which is a huge increase in profitability and even making this product profitable. So taking a look at this chart and knowing what this looks like versus a product that looks like this, where it's not horrible, but it's just very slow selling. There's 16 offers here that sat for about 2 months, and they just started to go as price started dipping down. So offer count movement way too slow, first of all. Second of all, price is trending downwards. Even with this drop down here, it looks like the brand even came on this listing. That's why it might have dropped, but it's still on a steady decline for the last 3 months. You don't want to invest in something like that because it hasn't stopped going down. You'd want to see something like this balance out for a while first before you invest in a product like this. So always trust the data that's sitting in front of you. Don't just go off what you think. You need to reinforce it with proven stats here. The third rule is going to be always scale with systems. Don't just do it on your own and not have anything in place. You want to have virtual assistants that are going to help you source because you're going to need more product to be able to scale. That's kind of common sense, but you're going to need somebody else to help you because you don't have an infinite amount of time to look for products. You're going to be tied up managing the business in other aspects. You're going to need somebody to take over part of the business for you. And virtual assistants is a really good way to do that at very cheap costs per hour, depending on where you go to get one, who you hire, that kind of thing. It can range a little bit, but it's still very cheap. And on top of this, prep centers, you need to outsource your prep. If you live in a state that charges sales tax, move your prep to a prep center in a state that doesn't have sales tax. So that way you're not losing any money, you're just replacing your costs and you sometimes even save money. Those are the two biggest things that are going to take up a lot of your time to where you're not able to increase. Even if you have a VA source for you, still source on the side as you're growing until you can hire another one and stack that job on top of each other rather than just handing everything over and basically just swapping out your work for their work. If you want to scale, you need to increase it, not just replace it one for one, that kind of thing. Make sure that you're tracking everything in a lead tracker, having all of your valuable information and information that you need on a daily basis all in one spot. And I have multiple videos separately for all of these topics that you guys can find: virtual assistants, prep centers, lead tracking, systemizing, all of that kind of stuff there. The fourth rule is going to be diversify. Don't just sell one brand. Don't just sell one category. Multiply into other categories as well. It doesn't mean you have to split 50-50. I'm not 50-50, but you need to have other products in there because there are other products just as good as the ones in your category. For example, this product right here sells 2,000 units a month and it's a battery or an electric tool. And we can see how quickly all of these offers are selling in and out. It's almost as high as 80 and it dropped to 57 in the span of a week or two. That's crazy volume going through this listing. And it even did it again here: 74 down to 48, almost 50% drop in the span of 3 weeks. So, need to diversify, need to look into other types of products if you want to scale and make that kind of seven figure sale mark every single year. Another example: this is a random toy that very stable price on the bottom side, only going up, so that's never something to worry about. And then the offers are just moving in and out like crazy, selling it out, coming back in. 5,000 sales per month on this listing. There's only 3 colors on this listing, and it's selling 5,000 times a month. The BSR is 15, single 15, not 15,000. So this is an insanely low BSR, probably one of the lowest that I've ever seen. And this product is selling amazingly. And it's not in the normal category that I show on my videos. It's not in a normal category that I even sell products in. But I do have diversification across certain products and other ones to make sure that I can always have something going in case maybe another thing like when the Nike ban happened to people. There are so many people that I know that were 100% Nike, and they were for so long, for years. I was 100% Nike for the first year and a half ish. And when that Nike ban happened, people were wondering, what am I going to do? Because that's their whole catalog. That's how they've made all of their money, is just this one brand. And then they started to crack down on it. Amazon started selling it, restricted it for all these other sellers, even kicked people off entirely and didn't let them keep the ones that Amazon wasn't going to sell. That can ruin a business right there. So you need to make sure that you have other lanes and other options in case something like that does happen. It doesn't happen often, but we've seen it happen with multiple brands, Nike and Adidas already, that have done this kind of thing. Converse is one of them that's even coming up soon. I used to sell Converse products, and I recently got an email saying that Amazon's going to take over a lot of that brand. So always be prepared for that kind of stuff to happen. Don't expect it, but be prepared for it. The last step is going to be managing your cash flow. So, my personal way of doing these things is using 0% credit cards. Everybody has their own different way. Some people like charge cards, but you need to make sure that you are managing that kind of thing, giving yourself the best opportunity to buy product, and then reinvesting it in the right ways. So this is one card that I would recommend. There's a second version of this called the Plus instead of, or I'm sorry, the Cash instead of the Plus. Exact same card. Very good starter cards for people. 0% interest, 0% annual fee, no credit score impact. Even if you are approved, it says no if you're approved, but even when you accept the card, it doesn't affect your personal credit. Another one is going to be Chase Inc. Business Unlimited. There's two versions of these also, the Unlimited and the Cash. Treated basically the same way, 0% annual or $0 annual fee, 0% interest right here. So make sure that you're setting yourself up for success when you're doing cash flow type of stuff here. Make sure that you're not losing money in interest. Make sure that you don't start with a charge card, because if you spend $10,000 in inventory the first month and the bill comes due and they want their money, you haven't gotten it back from Amazon yet because it's the beginning of your account and they're going to hold your money for a little bit longer than normal. You're not going to be able to pay that. You have $10,000 to front to pay off a credit card bill. In my situation, when I started, I didn't have that. So always try to get 0% interest credit cards here and then reinvest it correctly. Reinvest in products that look like this, that sell like this, rather than products that are like this, that are going down. Make sure you analyze the products correctly after you sell through them, see how much you've sold in a certain period of time that you're comfortable replenning, and then do that over again. That was a very big mistake that I made in the beginning. I just did one-off products for probably the first 6 months. I didn't ever replenish a product because I didn't really understand that. And I was just always looking for the new thing. And now there's countless products that I've replenished every few weeks, every month or so. And that's how probably 75% of my business runs now, is just the solid big replens that I already have sold consistently over time. If you guys want my help one-on-one, either starting your Amazon business or growing it past the 7-figure mark like I did, there's a link in the description to work with me one-on-one. If you have any questions about anything I went over in this video, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.